All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey. No. Check. Patriot.
Rudolph throwing on second down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
First down, Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now Foreman. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action with Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now here comes Kansas City.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rudolph now on second down. And he's got some space here. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A carry for Foreman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Brissett now on second down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag is going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
Brissett on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Rudolph. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis. Brissett on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And his throw here's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. he's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brissett again. And able to find Conley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Chinese Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. You got four. You got four. 57. Mike, 57. Got you. Gun. Hold.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A second down throw for Brissett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Hot.
Play action. It's Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
He's going to try and go deep again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way out to the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph on first down. To Mixon on the check down. Whoa, it still won't go down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon with a first down carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Lucky 56.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He's going to go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
On third down, Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rudolph on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Rudolph. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
On second down, here's Mixon. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rudolph. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch Safety creep. Watch Safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
A handoff to Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Christian Kirk with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Flex Brown! Flex Brown!
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to leave the booth.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 62 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tight end right, tight end right. Gun, 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 gun. Four down. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. We're back now in KC. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ah!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Brissett now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's called in by Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Brissett to throw on first. And now here's another interception. Snags it for the pick. And this will have been returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's Brissett. He's going to go deep for Conley. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete to Kelsey. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On the carry, it's Logan. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. Marshall now, the return. And out come the Chiefs now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Once again, they run with Mixon. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We said plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. This one caught by Ridley. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Rudolph going to look to throw it. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he will find Ridley on the left side. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that